breath. Exhale out. And again. And release it. And one more time. And let it all go. Slowly open your eyes. Good morning. Namaste. It's Wednesday. Wednesday. Good to see you all again. Reflecting on beauty this morning and recognizing how energy flows in and out. Today I woke up feeling very familiar. Energy just penetrating inside. Last night I took a little time for myself and didn't talk to anyone. There's a lot of outgoing energy. Monday, for those of you who are here and those who aren't, we had a pretty surprisingly packed room. The energy was flowing outward, and it was just like flowing into the Sacred Learning Center. We had a lot of new people, and I was just like flying on that energy throughout the day, going, that was just awesome, totally awesome. But I also felt my own energy throwing that out there, and a couple people saying, yeah, you're doing it, it's happening. You're showing up, so other people are showing up. And today, and then yesterday, so that was Monday, then yesterday, Tuesday, a lot of outgoing energy, a lot of activity for me yesterday. Spending a lot of one-on-one time with folks. And then today, I feel very more like, I definitely have a feeling like I need to find the woods today. I need to take a nice long walk and just be by myself and be in nature. Take a break from the city, the town, which I may do. Probably yes. Absolutely. Decision made. So, because I was walking here and I was noticing there's a tree on Walnut right next to the garage, and it was blooming, and it wasn't blooming on Monday, or at least I didn't recognize it on Monday, so in the last 48 hours, little buds started to come up, little red buds. And I just had to stop for a minute and go, oh. New life springing forth, renewed life springing forth. And so, looking at the sun, recognizing just all the little bits and pieces to be thankful for. So, very reflective and very much just the beauty of life. Even with all its tough stuff, even with all its I don't know questions that are even present for me. What's coming up this summer? Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? How are things continuing forward? Doesn't really matter. I'm right here, right now. That's all that matters. I'm appreciating the beauty of being able to share energy work with people. Energy play, changing that word. Energy work, it's not work, it's play. It really is just being in the flow of it. And then being in the meditation this morning, just feeling that energy just flowing in, and holding my hands in a very simple circular mudra, with thumbs attached and hands resting. And I could feel my hands heating up, just as I felt this energy flowing into my heart and out my arms, down into the lower areas, and I was just like, beautiful. Moving some chi without even moving, that's rocking. And directing that energy down through my legs and into the mat and into the earth, and going ahead and forward and connecting with all that is, simply by being in this space with all of you and the people that are checking in from around the southeast or the world, perhaps, because we're making ourselves available that way. And so you can't help but be appreciative when you're in that space of receiving and just reflecting on all the beauty that is. And as I was in my meditation, I was getting flashed with mountain ranges, you know, children's faces and places that I haven't seen except maybe, you know, on pictures on TV or in movies, going, yeah, I'm going to see that someday. I'm going to see the beauty of this planet beyond the beauty that exists right here in these beautiful old mountains, beyond the beauty of this space that we're in that holds such gorgeous energy. And I have another bus story. Imagine that. Since I rode the bus this morning, I left my bike here on Monday because it was raining, so I rode the bus this morning and I was just looking at the people. I love looking at people. You know, and kind of like feeling, reading where, you know, somebody gets new on the bus and, you know, where they are. It's always stern looks, or not always, but often, you know, see them thinking what they got to do this day. Are they on time? Did they miss the last bus? And sit down. I'm that guy that kind of sits there and goes, waiting for somebody to look at me. Somebody looks up like, why is he looking at me? And then they look up again just to make sure. And I smile. And they smile back even briefly. Come on in, please. Anyone? So I just love that little process of sharing without words. But then something interesting happened. I started looking at more of the features of people, like their eyes and their eyebrows and their, you know, mouth, your hair. And I focused on ears today. So for about 10 minutes on the bus, I'm looking at everybody's ears. I'm like comparing sizes. I'm looking at, oh, that's good. And this guy, he had it like light from the sun was shining through it, and it was out like this, and it was rather large. And I was like, it was like red and beautiful, and like I could see the light shining through it, and it was iridescent. And I was like, that's awesome. What a beautiful ear. I know, right? So I'm looking at people's ears, and looking at the differences, and yet how they're all the same, and how they're a funny thing, the ears. We don't really, you know, we do things with them, we put things in them, and but yet they're so useful. I mean, you know, they're useful, they're purposeful, but yet there's this strange beauty about them if you just focus on the ears. It was bringing me such joy. Then I used to think about the game where you lick your finger and you stuck it in people's ears. Gave it wet willies. Yeah, I love giving that game but not receiving it. So more joy, more beauty. I don't know why, it's just so kind of funny. And then it made me think of that American Beauty, the film, where the bag is blowing in the wind, right? And the guy is giving his little speech on, he videotapes this bag just spinning around, a big plastic bag. He says that sometimes there's just so much beauty in the world, I can't take it. I just want to cry. Because it's true. There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering, and there's a lot of anger. And there's a lot of people not getting along, and there's a lot of people dying and killing each other. I'm not pretending that I live in this perfect Pollyanna world, because I live on this planet with all of you. But it's easily to get caught up in that. It's easily to get caught up in the stuff. And I know a lot of us don't hear because we choose not to pay attention per se. To be aware is one thing. I think we're all very aware of what's going on in the world. But we're not feeding ourselves what other people may be feeding us, which is the focusing on what's not working versus what can work or what will. And how you shift the paradigm of being simply by shifting the vibration of your being. And you do that by focusing on the beauty, the other side of the coin, the really gorgeous things, the people who are giving of their time and their effort and their energy to help those who are dying, who are starving, who are killed. Or to look for new ways of existing on a planet where our resources are becoming very limited because we, so many of us, consume them regardless of need. So even something like a plastic bag, which can be the symbology for all that's wrong in the world, petroleum product, waste, killing animals in the seas, garbaging or trashing our woods. Or it can be a thing of intense beauty, watching it dance in the wind. There's always different ways to look at all things, or to look at it here. And look at how we all have them. And how well are we using them to listen, to pay attention, to appreciate, a laugh, a kind word, a joke, a wet lip. And to reach inward and to feel all of that and not be ashamed of it, because I think that's one of the other things that we can somewhat get a little affected by. I hear people sometimes say, you live in this pretend world, your little yoga, qigong, meditation life. Who are you? You're not really here. And I go, oh, really? Oh, But for some, it can cause you to question, do I? Am I really? Am I isolating myself from the rest of reality as the world knows? And in some ways, yes, I chose that. I could still be living in Atlanta. I could still be running a rat race. I could still be making quite a bit of money, driving a nice car, having my condo, throwing parties. But that reality wasn't for me. That didn't bring me joy. That didn't bring me peace. That didn't bring me satisfaction on an ultimate level. It was temporary. It did bring me a certain amount of joy, but it was something that I couldn't or wouldn't sustain. It didn't feed me. It fed my ego very well. So now what feeds me is riding on a bus, smiling at people, showing up 3 times a week to share energy play, taking 10 or 15 minutes to expound on some of my observations and reflections and hopes that the words might inspire and or remind us of what's important. That's beautiful to me. It's something that I think can be very well sustained. And it has beautiful ripple effects in the planet. So today's reflection and group intention is I want you to be able to look and see at all the beautiful things around you. Things that bring you, that sustain you, that encourage and inspire you, and how we can share those with other people.
A vast virus database has been updated.
Beautiful! My computer is now more protected than it was before. Gorgeous. And I just love her voice. I say thank you all the time every time she talks to me. Thank you. So informative. So that'll be our hold for today for class. And And if you're having a hard time doing that, then let somebody know. Ask for help. Because we get there, we do that. I'm having a hard time today at seeing the beauty in the world, let alone the beauty in my life. Reach out. Energy is all about flowing in and out, in and out. And sometimes we do have to just go within ourselves and be there and be with that and find it ourselves. And sometimes it's like, nope, I need help today. I need someone to go with a walk with me in the woods. Or whatever. Or just come sit and be with me. Remind my soul how beautiful it is. Don't let ego to get out of the way. Cool. So that'll be our hold for today. And we'll have lots to appreciate and reflect upon. Alright. So take a deep breath in. And let it go. Release it out. Find your center. Stretch out your legs, shake them off, clear your mats, and let's go ahead and come to our feet. Some beautiful qigong. Uh-huh. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for honoring your own process. And you can do qigong sitting, lying down, sleeping. All right. So wherever you are, find your place. Feet, toes forward. Is this your first time doing qigong all together? Well, welcome, and tell me your name. Nathan. Namaste, Phoenix. So just listen, pay attention, watch my moves, and I think you'll be all right. I think you've got a pretty good visual of me in terms of. Okay. All right. So standing on your mats, feet forward, heels back, lining the inside of your feet, kind of linear. As if, you know, you had a ruler on the inside. So no pigeon toe, another way of saying no pigeon toes, no split toes, really just kind of having those feet aligned forward. Good. Shoulders relaxed. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath and squeeze them up. Inhale, squeeze. And exhale, release. Let's do it one more time. Inhale up. Squeeze, 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 tight, 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 and exhale, let go. Tuck the pelvis under slightly for a moment, and then stick tailbone back. So, Urkel, Beyonce. Urkel, Beyonce, there we go. Find the center. Middle place, allowing that tailbone to float towards the earth. Hips are square and forward. Knees are soft. Hands relaxed. Chin level to floor. Starting with the breath. Divine breath form, otherwise known as totally awesome qigong. Close the mouth, soften the tongue, space between the roof of the mouth and the tongue. Take a deep breath in. And release it. And out. Again, breathing out through the nose, so the breath is in and out of the nose. Again, deep breath. Breathing into the chest, expanding the lungs, the front and the back. And as you exhale, release, relaxing the shoulders even further. And side to side. Right, one more breath. Take a deep breath in. Close off the esophagus slightly, and as you exhale, slowly seep the air out through the nasal passages, up the sinuses, out the nose. Counting to about 4 or 5 seconds. Pulling the belly button in towards the spine, squeezing the stomach muscle slightly, and then release. And allow the breath to flow back in. Now bring it down to the diaphragm, space below the ribcage. And as you exhale again, Ujjayi breath, closing, constricting the esophagus slightly. Holding that constriction as you breathe back in now. Reverse. Slowly connecting with that breath. Exhale out, release it. Bring your awareness now to the sacral, to the belly button. Focusing energy and awareness there. Breathe in. Relax the belly. Allow the muscles to expand out. No vanity, no ego here. Exhale, release. Tightening up those stomach muscles, pulling the belly button in towards the spine. And repeating the process, keep going, a couple more breaths. As we connect with our breath, we connect with the vital chi of energy all around us. Our bodies depend on air, oxygen to survive. So as we deepen the flow of this energy in, we wake things up and begin to open and flow this vibrational energy down towards the base of our spine. Bring your awareness now on the root chakra. See the color red. The root chakra is located as a point of light, about the size of a healthy apple orange. Visualize in your mind's eye the color red as you breathe in, breathing into the base of the spine, breathing into the pelvis. Feeling the muscles expand and the space between open up. As you exhale, allow this energy to flow out towards the hips and down and around the thigh and the lower back. Breathe in again into the base of the spine. See the color red expand and open. And as you exhale now, allow this energy to flow in the form of roots, like roots of a tree. The mind leads the chi. See these roots begin to extend from all sides of the root chakra, blending down and flowing down towards the thighs and the knees. Taking another breath in, breathing down from the crown as you inhale. Exhale now and send that energy down those roots further into the ankles and the feet, into the mat. Roots growing from heels and toes into the bubbling well, the energy point that's just located in the center of the foot behind the ball. Continuing the breath in this way, breathe in, fully increasing and intending more energy flow. Lengthening the spine as you inhale and exhale now, send all of that energy down into the roots, connecting with the earth, flowing through topsoil and rock. See the center of the planet, a round, moving, molten heart center, beating and flowing. And as you inhale, increasing the chi even further, extending the internal chi into the external, tapping into the Gaia energy. Exhale, and now send those roots all the way around and down into the center of the planet. Open up to the flow. and just listen to your body. These subtle bodies in between. Calling in this energy into the practice. Inhale and breathe. And allow this energy to rise like beautiful waves of energy rising up those roots. Nourishment for our soul. Breathe it in, breathe it up through layers of rock and soil. Into the ankles, into the knees, into the hips and thighs. See the color red expand and warmly receive this beautiful divine mother energy. Just be with that. Feel the beauty. Bring your awareness to the crown chakra. See the color white, the beautiful beam of light beginning to expand and extend at the crown of the head as you inhale, breathing into the crown. Turning up the dimmer on the light switch. As you exhale now, send that energy, see a beam of light extending from the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Increasing the chi, breathing in, breathing up. Turning it up a little bit more, and as you exhale now, send it even further through the ceiling, through the roof tiles, into the clear blue sky above. Stay physical, stay aware of your body, stay here in this space, but extending this energy up and out. Inhale, rise. And exhale now, send that energy beyond the atmosphere, into the stratospheres and beyond. Visualize a pinpoint of light. See a star in the farthest reaches of the universe. Perhaps it's one all alone, or perhaps it's one among many. But see it in your mind's eye. Connect with it visually. And as you inhale now, increase that beam, that energy, that flow, and as you exhale now, send this beam of light from the crown of your head to that point. Connected to all that is. Connecting to the infinite mind, to the great source creator energy. Be acknowledged, be in the crowd. You are an expression of all that has come, all that is, and all that shall pass. Take a deep breath in and allow this energy now to be called into and received into your practice as you are acknowledged and equally acknowledging of the expression of your higher self. Pull it in and down, receive from that faraway star. And allow it to flow into the crown and down towards the shoulder. Pull this energy in towards the center, to the heart chakra. We'll do this in a series of 3 breaths. Exhale out completely. Awareness on the root, awareness on the crown. Breathe up into the sacral, into the second chakra, and down into the third eye simultaneously. Breathing it in towards the middle one step. See the color orange and violet expand and relax, release, and allow it to flow. Breathing up again into the solar plexus and down towards the throat chakra. Breathe in. See a beautiful sunflower, perhaps a gorgeous ocean or horizon open up before you. And with full and keen awareness now in the heart chakra, see the color green. Exhale out completely. And breathing up from the root and down from the crown, breathe into the heart. Fill this space with that energy. Expanding out towards the shoulders. And as you exhale, just allow it to mix. Culmination of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within. Powerfully healing, moving, changing, shifting energy. Take a deep breath in. And exhale now, send that energy down, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and hands, and bring your hands together to a palm-to-palm connection. Space between the hands. Take a deep breath, open the eyes, gaze forward. Round out the elbows, shoulders are relaxed. The wrists are slightly below the hand level, so as opposed to being up like this, they're down at 45. The hands are up towards the heart. Fingers are wide open, relax. The tops of the thumbs, bring them down to a level point of the pointer fingers, so like holding a beautiful. Inhale, expand. Pulling this energy now up from the root and down from the crown. As you exhale, pull it into the heart and send it out through shoulders, elbows, wrists, into the space between them. Inhale. Exhale, press. Building up the chi between the space, bring your awareness keenly between the space and the hand as you inhale. Gathering up more external energy, exhale, send. A couple more times. Knees soft. Exhale, press. And one more time, inhale up. Press on chi, begin to bounce the hands back and forth slightly. Visualize holding the invisible rubber ball between the hands. Continuing to stream that energy out through the palms of the hands and building up as well as just identifying the parameters of the chi. Feeling the heat, feeling the vibrations, but looking for like what feels like two opposite ends of that back of the magnet's pushing you. Good. And when you get there, just squeeze and hold. Go ahead and create your intention now. What is your personal purpose for being here today? Why have you come to this beautiful place? In this beautiful time. Ask and you shall receive. Take a deep breath into those thoughts, those words. Breathing in towards the third eye and the crown. And as you exhale, drop those intentions or that intention down through the third eye and throw it into the heart. Take a deep breath in. Breathe into the heart, giving it life, and feel what it feels like to receive. Inhale again, expand the hands out. Exhale, press now, sending all of that intention and that gratitude for receiving down into the space between the hands. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale, press. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release. Alright. With everything set and ready to move, let's do some gonging. From this point out, for those of you who are new or relatively new to the practice, every breath that you take inward will be pulling this energy up from the roots in the ground, all the way up into the heart. And also down from that faraway star, in through the crown and down into the heart. So it's a breathing up and down from root and crown, and as you exhale, every movement goes into the hands. And then we'll be moving our hands around and placing energy that way. All right. So drop your hands down to the lower back. Check your stance. Make sure your knees are still got some movement in them. You're not locking in. And everything square, shoulders relaxed. Separate the chi into two beautiful halves and bring them down. Palms are in towards the thighs, elbows are out and round, and shoulders relaxed. Sun salutations. Exhale out completely. Begin to turn the hands up. Inhale, slowly rise. Pulling this breath in towards the center. Come up 2/3 of the way. Exhale now, release. Knees soft, chin, chest to sky. Send this energy out through the arms, up the palms. Inhale, bring it back in. See that sun hovering above the head. Pull it down as you gently grab it and pull this energy towards the crown. Turn those palms in towards the crown chakra, so 45 degrees. Fingers open and wide. Open the elbows out. See some of you like this. Good. Take a deep breath in. And now exhale, release. Those balls of light turn into shower heads of energy. Visualize running this energy through each layer of your chakras. Around this entire distance. And then continue down, flowing it down. And then just come to rest position. Ideally, this is 2 breaths. One up, one down. But you may need a second one somewhere in between, and that is fine. This is a cleansing process as well as a salutation, a welcome to turn things up. Feet grounded, take a deep breath, slow, Ujjayi breathing. Closing off that esophagus will help you slow down the breath. Stay together, eyes open, gaze forward. Exhale, release, and open completely out. Slow inhale back in. Before breath. Come into that crown. Continue down as you exhale, flowing this energy now, pulling that light, that energy, and flowing it through the upper 3. Coming into the heart, take a second breath if you have to, inward, and slowly continue the breath, exhale down. Washing what no longer serves, letting go of any energies that no longer need to be with us, down that root system into the earth that we decided to remove. Continuing on the breath now, hands up. And relax. Exhale, release, knees soft, chin and chest to sky. Let it go. Inhale, bring it back in. Reach for that sun, pull it down towards the crown. Continue on the breath as you exhale, flowing now. Shower heads of light. An internal body wash of energy. Adjust those wrists slightly so you keep a 45-degree angle pushing down, flowing this energy out towards the roots. Let it go. Back a good step around. Good. Again, hands up. Just getting warmed up. Exhale, release, flowing out. Inhale, bring it back in, chin level. Gaze forward, eyes open, awareness everywhere. Reach for that sun. Open up the elbows, hands in towards the body. Now run this energy through physical form, running it through cardiovascular, muscular, central nervous system, down through the base of the spine, clearing out, cleaning, repairing whatever needs to be repaired. Let it go. Wash it down and out. Wrap it around. Let's keep going. Pulling up more energy each and every time. Exhale, releasing it. Inhale, pull it back in. Grab that sun. Pull it down towards the crown. Point those hands in. Open those elbows out. And wash it through. Bringing your awareness now to vital organs. Find that statement funny. Bringing your awareness to all organs, because I think they're all pretty vital. Maybe not the appendix, because that was gut, but sure it has purpose. Repairing, healing, sending energy through, just love and light energy. Right? Let's do that one more time. Yeah, right. Exhale, release. Full on, let go. Be happy letting it go. Let it go. No resistance. Come into that crown, reach up, pull it down. Palms towards you. And float. Allowing this now to just go wherever it needs to go. Beautiful, benevolent, positive light source energy. Knows what to do. Open up windows and doors. Spring cleaning. Good. Come to the tops of the thighs and just point the hands down, fingers forward. Inhale deep. Breathing into the crown, exhale now, press and send all that energy into the hands and down the root system, washing out, sending beautiful white light into the earth. Clearing out any stuff that might stick to the side walls of our root system. And allowing it all to just wash into the planet, thanking her for taking our stuff, making good use of it, grow other things, and wrap the hands around. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath. And exhale out. Bring your hands to palm again. At the lower dantian. I've been saying chakras and dantians. Are you with us on the chakras? You know what a chakra is? I know what a dantian is.
It refers to the 10 and 2
Maybe. Probably. But it's a combination of your lower first and second chakras at the lower level, third and fourth chakras at the middle level, and fifth, sixth, and seventh chakras at the middle level. So you have 1, 2, and 3 dantians, or lower, middle. So this one will work with the dantians and will be at the lower dantian here. Palm to palm connection, so the space is right between the first and second chakras. Fingers are forward, so bring your hands up and out as opposed to down towards you. Drop it below your belly button. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale out. Building up some new chi, some fresh energy. Exhale, touch. Do it again, inhale. Exhale, touch. And one more time, breathing up and down from root and crown into the heart. Exhale, send that energy down, shoulders, elbows, wrists. Press on chi. Find the outer edges of that new chi. Point the palms in now towards the middle or the lower dantian. Bring the hands in towards the body, about an inch or so. So take a look down, and just the palms of your hands are just barely touching your physical form. Good. Open up the elbows. Relax the shoulders. You'll hear me say that a lot. It's important for the forms. Point the hands up, palms like you're holding a platter. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly extend the palms up and out. About 6 to 7 inches in front of you, staying aligned. Rotate the wrist and float the hands over. Keep those fingertips pointed towards one another. A lot of times people do this when they float out and their hands go like this. Keep those fingertips in towards another and point those palms slightly towards the lower dantian, 45. Inhale, breathe it in. Good. Let's just do that movement one more time. Point the palms up and out, fingers towards one another. Exhale, extend. Float the palms over, fingers still in. Inhale, breathe it in. Beautiful. One more time, palms up. Exhale. Float the hands over now, no pause. Inhale, pull it in. Rise it up to the middle dantian, the space just below the heart between the second and third chakras. Good. Point the palms up. Exhale, exhale. Coming to the full extension of the exhale, float the hands in, up and over, inhale, breathe. Let's do it again on this middle level. Hands up, exhale. Inhale, pull it in. And one more time, palms up, exhale, release. We're going to do a modification on waveform today and do 3 passes on each level. Inhale, bring it. Rise it up into the upper dantian. Now up here it's a little bit more challenging to point those palms up, but do the best you can. Just twist the wrist. Exhale, extend. Float a moment. Fingers in, good. Inhale, release. Do it again, palms up. Exhale, release. Inhale, float. And one more time, exhale out. Rotate, bring it. Beautiful. Keep breathing in and up. Come into that crown. Exhale, point the palms out, elbows rounded. Big wave crashing on a rocky shore. See it in your mind's eye, the mind leads the chi. Float the hands down towards the earth and slightly behind you like you're about to reach into something out of your back pockets. Wrap this energy around, flowing energy like around the rock. Coming back to the base of your shore. This is called wave form. This is a give and take. This is a giving and receiving, a releasing and letting in. So the more we give, the more we get back. Fingers in towards one another, hands towards the lower dantian. Take a deep breath. Palms up. Exhale out. Do this 3 times on the lower level. Float it. Inhale, pull it. Keeping on the breath now. Exhale, release. Ocean tides, waves flowing in and out. Inhale, pull it again, slow. And one more time, exhale out. Inhale, pull it in. Rise it up, wave up to the next level, heart level, exhale. Float it over. Fingers in towards one another, pull it. Good. Inhale again, back in. And one more time, Deep breath now up into the upper dantian. Third eye, exhale, extend. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale out. Inhale back in. And one more time. Feel yourself as part of this wave of energy. Inhale, rise it into the upper chakras, release, hands out, fingers wide open, slow, exhale. Flow this energy slightly behind you, and wrap it around, back to the lower dantian. Keeping on the breath now, we'll do this a couple more times. Exhale out. Doing great. Knees soft. Flowing this energy out and in. Visualize waves. Exhale out. Float it over. Inhale fully. Exhale. Float it over. Fingers in towards one another. Rise it up and hold on. Exhale, extend. Breathe in, deep breath into the third eye. Exhale, release it all. Staying level on this plane. Inhale, inhale, exhale out. Inhale back in. And exhale one more time. Deep inhale, bring it in, all the way into the channel of the third eye, rise it up, extend it out through the upper chakras. Beautiful wave, crash, palms out, fingers open. Blowing it all around, reach slightly behind you. And wrap it around, so one more time. Exhale, good. Come around, just work with people's form as necessary. 3 times on the lower level. Exhaling out. Load it in. Yeah, if you keep your elbows out pointed, that'll help keep those hands pointed inward, those fingers pointed inwards as opposed to extending frontward, which is something that you want to not so much do. Get to the third one on the middle dantian, rise it up to the rise it up to the third eye. Inhale, rise. There we go. Exhale, palms up. Release. Inhale fully. Exhale out. And one more time. Let it go. Gazing out across the hands. Inhale, receive it, rise it into the crowns, and exhale. Float it slightly behind you, and wrap it around to the front. Just, all right. Take a deep breath, and let it go, release it. Allow that energy to flow in and out. When we start to do Qigong more and more and more, it's really these moments in between, these still, these soft, quiet moments. When we come to stillness, I always compare it to as if you're walking, say, in a soft-moving river or kind of maybe a quick-moving creek, and you're walking with the water or across it, and then if you just stop right in the middle, you can feel all the energy of the water flowing around the legs. And it's, of course, if you are on a slippery rock, that can take you down. So, so it's about being really kind of firmly planted in the energy and just allowing it to just kind of continually flow again through. And then when we move with it, that's when our intentions begin to really kind of create force of it and directionalize it. We get to create purpose and direction with it. So, but it's these beautiful moments in between that you really just can get to be with the energy. All right. Perfect. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale out. Bring your left hand up. I'm going to be your mirror. And bring it over the right with the right palm facing up, left palm facing down. Drop the hand to the level of the, right below the throat chakra, right here at the collarbone. So if you take your thumb and you just press in at your collarbone, that's the level you want to be, and come back down an inch or two. The bottom hand is here at the sacral, right below the belly button. The palms are pointed in towards another. Great. Everybody's elbow looks like it's well dropped below. The left shoulder is relaxed. Good. Now bring the hands in slightly, making a more rounded kind of form within the arms here. Sorry, the palms are still facing each other. Now imagine you're holding the glove. Imagine you're holding the plant right here in the middle of your arms. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, begin to rotate towards the direction of the left shoulder. Coming over about 40 or more. Actually, see if you can kind of come a little bit further than 45 degrees, almost a 90 in the opposite direction. Good. Inhale, rotate the hands. Take a look at me if you need to. Rotate the hands, just slightly switching the positions of left and right. So just running your hands on the outside of that globe. Good. Facing over to the left again. Just turn to show you guys. Begin to exhale and rotate over. All the way to the other side. Let's do this a couple times for 4. Inhale, rotate those hands, top over bottom, keeping a palm-to-palm connection. Adjust them slightly, drop that hand down to the collarbone, that upper hand to the collarbone, and that bottom hand towards the belly button. Exhale, travel. All the way to the left. Good. Inhale again, rotate the hands, running the hands on the outer edges of that globe, not to shake it up, slowly, gentle. Imagine 7 billion people living on this planet. And they're already an unhappy lot. You don't need to make them happy. Exhale, release. Not all. Not all. Inhale, rotate. Touch over right. Exhale, travel. Slowly. Imagine the cycle of a day. Off to the side, begin to inhale, and slowly, even more with intention and perfection of form. Right over left. Exhale, release. One long exhale, pausing on the breath, just slightly to stop, and then begin to inhale, flip it around. Feeling the shift of yin and yang back and forth. breath in. Right? Go ahead and pull your hands in towards one another to palm to palm connection. Yep. It'll come to center. So earth hands is a yin-yang balancing energy form. So the thing to recognize that, and we'll play with that some more. I've only started introducing that in the last few weeks. So it's really about balancing your yang energy and your yin energy. Your yin is on your left side, your yang is represented on your right side, masculine, feminine, so on and so forth. So the thing to notice, the most profound thing that you want to notice in earth hands is that when you're over here and say, this is my yang side, this is my right side, and I rotate my hands and I come in really small, or I go in, or I come out really big. Because the idea is to keep it stationary, keep it balanced, same size, left to right. But what will happen a lot of times with people, and I recognize it even in today's class, especially between male and female, it's interesting, is that on a certain side, it tightens up. Which means I need to expand my yin if my yin is tightening up. So I need to expand my yin energy. Yin is nourishing, compassionate, caring, self stuff a lot of times, as opposed to the outward, more the inward stuff. Typically, it's not all that, but and then again over to the yin. And what I do see happen a lot of times, especially with men, is that the yang goes like this. And I'm like, drop it down, close it up. It doesn't have to be that big, and float it around. So just something to be aware of practice the next time around when we come to that. And we'll do that enough, and then eventually just that focus of intention. And then so when you're floating your hands back, boom, collarbone and belt line. Boom, collarbone and belt line. That's going to give you a better sense of the more balance. And it's okay to have a little bit more yang sometimes. It's okay to have a little bit more yin sometimes. You know, there's times in our lives where it's required that. But if you're having a challenge of either or in certain areas of your life, that's a great indicator of kind of what you need to do. Cool? All right. Take a deep breath. And palms to the side, rest position. I'll be your mirror again. Palms in towards the thighs. Let's go ahead and just rotate a little bit of new energy. Just circle those hands around, pull up some energy from the earth. Little vortexes of energy rising up towards the middle of the earth. See it in your mind's eye. The mind needs to change while we're in these physical forms. Make the circles even smaller. Tiny your hands. And just come to stillness. Pause. Point the left hand up and out. Inhale, rise. Very similar to sun salutation as we began this morning. Good. Come into the crown and pause with your left hand over the crown here. Begin to feed the right hand up, fingers towards, and drop that left hand down. Needle. Threading it like threading a needle, bring that right hand in to a cross at the heart. Exhale, release the right hand out, pulling back on the left hand like on a bow. Right hand becomes the other. Good. Gaze over the tops of your right. Good. All right. Point the right palm up. Inhale, rise back into the crown. Drop that left elbow simultaneously. Point the left fingers up. Drop the right hand down. Coming to a cross at the heart. Exhale, release. Left hand out, right hand back. Gazing over that point. Good. Do it again, right hand up, or left hand up. Right elbow down. Coming in towards the center. Right fingers up. Exhale now, lean back on the left leg as you point and pull back on the left arm. Good. Inhale, right palm up. Come back to center. Drop the elbow. Thread the needle. Exhale, leaning back now on the right. Press, pulling back on the right hand on the belly. Good. Left arm up, rising. Back to center. Right elbow down. Gaze forward. Feed it through. Exhale, release, bending back on, leaning back on the left leg. Good. Right palm up. Left elbow down. Gaze forward. Come to center. Feed it through. Cross at the heart. Exhale, release, press. Left hand up. Right elbow down. Shift a minute. Round it out. Thread the knee. Come into a crossbow. Exhale, release, press. Leaning back on left leg. And again. Inhale up. Left elbow down. Gaze forward. Cross over. Exhale, lean back. Press. Inhale up. Right elbow down. Come back to center. Exhale, release. Deflect. Pulling back on left arm. And again, keep going. Inhale up. Back to center. Exhale, release. And again, inhale up. Right arm down. Press. And again, inhale up. Left elbow down. Back to awesome. Exhale, release. Pull back on the right. Inhale up. Shift back to middle. Red knee. Coming to the heart. And exhale. And inhale up one more time. Left elbow down. Thread the knee. Exhale, press. And inhale one more time on the other side. Don't feel. Awesome. And exhale. Good. Swing the hand left or right hand up. And let's go ahead and pull the right hand up. Come into a palm to palm. Exhale, breath in. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release it. Send it all down. Throw that energy into the earth. Good. Let's go ahead and close with lotus form. Come to a palm to palm connection. Begin to connect the fingertips, thumb to thumbs. Come into that namaste, that prayer hand, flip the hands up towards it. Inhale now. The lotus growing and breaking the surface of the water. Begin to separate now, one finger at a time, palms out. And exhale, release. Open up 1,000 petals towards the sky. Palms in, elbows out as you come into the base. And continue on, connecting the fingertips. Flip the hands up. Inhale. Giving up our gratitude, giving our thanks for this practice. Thanking the energies of Mother, Father. Pinky, middle, pointer, thumb, release. Slowly and fully. Flip those palms in, point those elbows out, closing up the flower and the base. Pausing on the breath as you just flip the hands into the heart. Inhale. pinky middle pointer thumb open up. Om Mani Padme. Jewel is in the lights. You are the jewel. You are the lotus. Pause it. Always that. 2 more times. Close your eyes here. And really go inward. Reflecting on the beauty of your practice. Separate and release. Seeing yourself expanding towards the universe. And grounding in one's life. Continuing on. And release. Come to a palm-to-palm connection. And begin to rotate your hands back and forth as we close the practice now by pulling our intention and our receiving and all of it into a tiny chi seed which will plant and continue to grow. So rotating the hands back and forth, it's just a twisting of the wrists. Maintaining, so top over bottom, twist the wrists, and keeping those palms connected to each other, as opposed to rotating like this. It is a rotation like left and right. There you go. Right. Beautiful. Inhale on one side, exhale. Pressing this energy down into a beautiful apple orange. Seed. Just press it down to whatever you like. It's your chi, your seed. And when you get there, just hold. Good. And take the top hand and place it under the bottom. Holding this beautiful, gentle seed, powerful and potential. Take a deep breath in, point it in towards the solar plexus. Exhale, press, pull it in towards the center, plant again. Allow it to take root, begin to germinate. Breathe up and around tiny circles, 9 times, 2. Rubbing your physical form, go ahead and just call this fertilizing the field as well. 4. Here up towards the heart. 5. Coming off and up into the upper chakras. 6. 7 now, way up high. 8. Down low. And 9. Stopping at the base. And reverse flow, big to small. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Reconnecting around 4. With the physical form. 3. Coming in towards the belly. 2. And 1. Practice never ends. Seeds of intention continue to grow throughout the life process. Take a deep breath in. Release it, shake it off, let it go. About fingers and toes. Do what you need to do. And 3 closing breaths, as always. Alright, exhale out. Inhale up. Palm to palm. Exhale down to the heart. You may repeat after me. With this practice, I empower my mind.
With this practice, I empower my mind.
Exhale out, release it. Inhale up. With this practice, I heal my body.
With this practice, I heal my body.
And again, let it go, let it out, let it go. And with this practice, I connect my heart and soul.
With this practice, I connect my heart and soul.
It is a privilege and an honor always to share this practice with anyone who chooses to share it and theirs with me. I appreciate your time, your energy, which is awesome, totally. Your willingness and your support in all ways possible. Thank you very much. We'll be here again on Friday. Namaste.
Namaste.
Mm.